Hi, it's Glenn Depke from Depke Wellness, and welcome to the next video in the series on how to relieve menopause symptoms. Now today we're continuing the conversation on triggers for your stress hormone system and triggers for why you're suffering with menopause symptoms. Now one of these is often unknown, and I'm going to let you in on this little secret right now. And one of the primary triggers that I see on a consistent basis for many women is that they're dealing with infection. And infection, if we think of just how the general public thinks about this, you might think about it right now, you might think of an infection as you getting sick and just feeling bad and having a cold and having aches and pains and body aches and pains and a headache and all of that. But that's not typically the biggest factor in what's really driving these infections, right? From years of working with clients and women dealing with menopause and diving deep into the different triggers, what I find that's most prominent is that these infections that are affecting your stress hormones and your adrenals and overall your menopause symptoms are actually gut infections. Yeah, so these could be any type of different pathogen, whether it be a parasite, a protozoa, an amoeba, entamoeba, a detrimental bacteria, H. pylori infection, and giardia, cryptosporidium. This list just goes on and on and on. What you could be suffering with in your gut. And very often, this is the one area that most women don't understand, is that when you have these gut infections, and you might be thinking that you're suffering from hot flashes, but if your hot flashes are only occurring at night or in the morning when you wake up, it's more likely that it's not a hot flash, it's an immune response of your immune system, chronically attempting to take care of this gut infection, but because your adrenals and your immune system are really in such imbalance right now, you can't overcome the infection, and therefore your immune system is fighting and fighting and fighting every night, yet unsuccessfully. And a part of that fight is the raise in your body temperature to help overcome the gut infection. So if you think you're dealing with hot flashes, but you notice that they're all at night or in the morning when you're waking up, it's likely tied in a gut infection and not truly a hot flash. And different things that you might recognize with this in regard to if you have gut infections. You might notice that you get bloated, whether it be after eating or even at times of the day when you have no introduction of food whatsoever. You just bloat seemingly for no reason. You might notice some overall body aches and pains, some headaches, maybe some irregularity with your bowel movements. It could be either constipation, which we would define as one bowel movement per day or less, or maybe when you're relieving yourself with your bowel movement, it's like small little pebbles that are very hard to relieve. That would also be constipation. Or maybe you're dealing with diarrhea or loose stools. But there's so many different levels that this could actually be a challenge, and I want you to recognize this because ultimately we want to get to all of the triggers as to why you're suffering with menopause symptoms. So tomorrow we're going to get into yet another trigger for what would be causing these stress hormone balances and the menopause symptoms. So be sure to subscribe to this page so you get this next video easily and effortlessly in your inbox tomorrow. I'm Glenn Depke from Depke Wellness. Thank you so much for your time.